Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Weathers Channel Morning Live. My name is Autumn, and this is my husband, Richard. We go live here on our YouTube channel. Looking like Sundays and Tuesdays? Question mark? Yeah, no, that's okay. And we're okay with that for right now. But you can also catch us every Wednesday, and I'm talking every single Wednesday evening at 8:30 p.m. On our other channel, Watch Out and Keto, for hashtag Oh My God Wednesday.
I like all of those things.
Yeah, we're glad you're here. It is sunny. I've done a ton of exercising this morning. Our house smells like pork. It is a good day. It's a good day.
You're so cute.
It is. Our house smells so good. I woke up at like 7 this morning, and I was just like, is something burning? And like, I was like, you're not expecting to smell like an aroma of something. And I was just like, what is that? And I was like, oh my God, it must be Richard's meat that he has. So yes, Richard's been cooking some meat, and the house smells amazing. Mom's here, says good Sunday morning, Autumn, Richard, and the WAC TWC family, by the way, first. Of course, you were not gracious at all. Shelly King says, look at you, Mama Chris. Good morning, WAC fam. Hi, Shelly. Glad you're here. Brianna's here, says happy Sunday, WAC fam. Dee's here, says morning, good weathers. Happy Sunday, fun day. You right.
Yay.
Hopnit's here, says great Sunday morning, awesome weathers and weathers chasers. I'll be ear hustling while driving. I'm meeting friends for a bike ride on this sunny Sunday. Have a great day all. Oh, we got the bike riding. We got the big smile, the sunshine. Are those sunglasses or bug eyes? I can't tell. And then bacon. Like, I'm here for all of that. It is sunny here as well, and so it would be amazing.
Curious, are you taking bacon on the bike trail?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sandwich bag.
Yeah, and Sharola. Tanya's here. Says good morning, WAC fam. Good to see everyone getting ready for church. So doing a bit of ear hustling. Glad you're here.
You're not alone.
Gigi's here. Says good morning, weathers. What's the forecast? It is sunny, and it is a great day so far, and it's only going to get better from here. So yeah,
pretty much nailed it.
Oh, Mary T's here, says good morning to the weathers and all the weathers watchers. I've missed our morning chats. Good to see everyone. Where have you been, young lady? Like, I literally, you guys, I don't be forgetting that you're not here until I see your name, and I'm just like, oh man, I haven't seen you in so long. I miss you.
Well, it's hard to keep up with the sporadicness of the
the sporadic, exactly right. I bet that's what it is. Get in where you fit in. Jen's here, says morning everyone, getting ready to run to Sam's, then cooking brunch on the Blackstone for friends. Wow. Look at you having friends.
Look at you hosting.
I love that. That sounds amazing. You know,
that
really
comes with its own level of stress and worry.
Jen, why Sam's over Costco? Is it because Sam's was here first and you just have like a Sam's card and like Costco then showed up and you're like, we don't need one of those? Or do you like Sam's better than Costco specifically? Because we
have different things.
I know that's what I'm asking. If that's what the difference is.
Well, I think optimum world
is Costco closer. Costco's closer to us than Sam's is, but Sam's is not far away.
I think for Jen it's about the same.
Yeah, for Jen it would be about the same. Yeah, so that's where I'm wondering. Yeah, but for us, Costco's a little closer.
For me, I like both. I don't know. They just have different, like I said, Sam's.
For some reason, Sam's feels further out of the way because we don't go that direction. Yeah.
Sam's also has like way more candy, way more like serving dishes.
Like, I do like Sam's. Sam's is more of a restaurant fulfillment. Yeah, exactly. Like, and whereas Costco is like bulk consumer, right?
So like, in my opinion, I want both.
Jen says my husband doesn't like change. He won't switch to Costco. Yeah. That's pretty funny. But I mean, Sam's has been here for much longer.
And if you've already started on Sam's, you really don't need to.
You don't need Costco.
Yeah, you don't.
Unless, see, the thing that I heard about Costco is that they have better bulk keto items. Like, honestly, the Primal Kitchen mayo is such a good deal at Costco. It's worth the price of membership itself. Like, I mean, like literally, you can get a jar of Primal Kitchen mayo this big in the store for $8. Or you can get a jar of Primal Kitchen mayo in Sam's this big for $8. It's the same cost. Plus the high key cookies, plus the Raos. Y'all know how expensive the Raos is. Like, true. I mean, there are just certain things that are just. I
mean, Sam's has equivalents.
Something yes, like Kim said, "Good morning, y'all. That's my favorite Keto Palooza shirt Richard is wearing. That's from the very first one, right? That's from Keto Palooza 2020. This whole thing that he's wearing. Yeah. So this year, I'm thinking about offering the shirts in all 3 colors: red, black, and white. So I know, right? If you bought a ticket, don't worry. I did not ask for your shirt information yet. And that's just because, you know, a lot of people brought up a good point. Like if I buy my shirt 7 months, or if I buy my ticket 7 months in advance, I might not wear the same shirt size 7 months from now, right? So be on the lookout a little further for your shirt information.
Change.
So
change happens.
Yes. D said, which do you prefer, Primal Kitchen mayo or Chosen Foods? I've never had Chosen Foods mayo.
Chosen Foods, new brand. We like that.
Well, it's been around for a long time. We
new
just
brand to us.
So yes. Brianna said, I wish I liked Primal Kitchen mayo. It tastes weird to me. I mean, it does taste weird to me. It tastes different, but I've become accustomed to it, especially since making my own mayo for so long. The switch to Primal Kitchen wasn't that much of a change. If you're going from regular like Duke's to Primal Kitchen, it's just like, oh no, I can't do it.
Kraft mayo or something.
Yeah, that's a Miracle Whip. Yeah. But make a mayo. I've been making my own mayo, and that's been an adjustment. But for some reason, I don't mind that as much. Maybe because I can make it saltier, make it like peppier, hotter. Like I like that. So then now that I buy Primal Kitchen's mayo, I'm just like, okay, that's not that big of a stretch.
Well, also you don't really use Primal Kitchen mayo in and of itself. You add to it.
Like I use it as the base for the salad dressings because I became, you remember when I told you guys I was really mad every time I would look for a homemade salad dressing recipe, they would start with mayo. 1 cup of mayo. I was like, wait a minute, like mayo is not a base ingredient. Like you need to make mayo, right? It's assuming that you already have mayo.
Well,
so I was sick. I was sick of doing that. So I just decided, hey, since I'm going to be mixing it with sour cream, mixing it with all these spices and herbs anyway, let me just see if I can start with the Primal Kitchen instead of having to make my
or with an avocado mayo.
Yes,
avocado oil based
mayo, exactly. Which happened to be Primal Kitchen. Yeah, exactly.
Or some other.
Mary T said, I like the meat at Costco and I buy Chosen Food avocado mayo. I spend $75 on mayo alone, but we don't have the cookies and other stuff you get. Oh, probably a good thing. Yeah, I don't buy that stuff, but I've seen it there right now.
I love the Costco meat as well.
Kim said we only have Sam's here in the dirty. I love that. You call it. Kim. All right, you're so.
I mean, that's all you really need.
She said Chosen has sugar. Oh, I didn't know that. I really haven't looked.
No, we don't really see the ingredients. But we don't even have Chosen.
Jen said, sad. Decided with our bad luck of appliances dying this year, our dishwasher just lied. We can't go to KetoCon. Oh, that's horrible. Oh, wow. Has anybody been watching AD Keto's like saga of a new oven on Instagram? It is a saga. Like
what's happening now?
He's trying to. Their oven has died, right? And it's like ours. It's a ceramic top. No, he's not buying a new oven. He's buying a Facebook Market oven. Okay. So it just goes with the like seeing an oven. Hey, is this still available? Hey, can I come get this? Okay. Like, hey, like trying to work. So they finally got an oven, and he spent all this time cleaning it and washing it, everything. They plug it in, it doesn't work. Like, and so he tells the guy it doesn't work, and he's like, well, it worked when it left. So like,
why you go to an actual store to purchase that? Put the extra $500 on it.
And he it like the oven that he bought was like 45 minutes away. Like he had to like go. I was just like,
that's a hassle you don't need. God. I would pay $500 more so I don't have to do that. I mean, how much is that stuff?
Brianna said, I used to buy Sir Kensington's at Costco, but they replaced it with Primal Kitchen. I'm trying to make my own now. Yeah, so Sir Kensington was the first kind that I ever tried that I was just like, oh my God, I hate this. But that's because
has a very different
I was comparing it directly to regular mayo. So maybe if I tried Sir Kensington now, it'd probably be on par with Primal.
Once you start making your own, then you understand the flavors. Or something.
Mary T said, if you think Primal tastes weird, you should give Chosen Foods a try. It's really good. I don't trust homemade mayo to last very long. Not sure why. It's all the same ingredients. Yeah, look, I have looked at all the recipes for homemade mayo, and they're like, this lasts in the refrigerator like 4 to 7 days. And I was like, screw that. Like I've kept mayo for multiple weeks.
Oh, have you?
Yeah. But like, yeah, I mean, but I don't really keep it longer after that. That's because it doesn't last. Like I actually use it. And that's the cooler thing about homemade mayo. You can make it in such smaller quantities.
And it's all about how you store it as well.
Exactly. Use our mason jars. Like exactly. Brianna said, I bought the high key cookies once, ate the whole bag in a week, so I won't be buying those again. Same.
I was just gonna say that's why we don't.
Mary T said, sugar. I'm running to my fridge right now to check the ingredients. Let us know. So D said no. Some of the Sir Kensington is the ones with sugar. Chosen definitely does not. Oh, we're having a mayo fight. Come on now. Bet you won't steal her. Like, who's right? We will never know. Like, let us know right now.
Slow down.
What?
Slow down, antagonizer.
I know, right?
Exactly.
I'm not that in real life, so. Yeah, so I'm just playing. I play one on the internet. Like, so D said, bummer. I was wishing someone had tried both just so I know if they pretty much taste the same or not. I prefer my own mayo over Chosen Foods, but I keep a store-bought one on hand when I'm lazy. Yeah, that I totally feel that. Mary T said no sugar in her Chosen Foods mayo. Okay, way to go.
She literally ran to the kitchen.
Mary T said my Chosen Foods said good for 2 months in the fridge, but I use mine for creamy salad dressing, so it never lasts that long. I eat coleslaw almost every day. That's what I'm saying. Like my mayo has lasted 2 weeks. Probably plus, like, depending on how you coleslaw would be good today with your pork. We should go get some coleslaw. We should go get some cabbage, shredded cabbage. No. Let me check your caffeine level again. Let me check it. Did you order some more? It's the sun. It's the sun mixed with the endorphins because I haven't drink. You guys, I stopped
fresh off of exercise.
Yes, I'm saying. Hence the endorphins. I haven't drank caffeine. Like I don't drink pre-workout anymore. Like I don't drink something. I don't drink something before I exercise. I just start exercising and then I drink water while I'm exercising.
Look at you.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
I know, right?
You can't beat water.
Kelly Keith is here. Says good morning, everybody. Kim said I bought the Chosen when I had the stroke. I got home and read the ingredients. It has another name of sugar. I mean, well, here's the thing. I bet you they could be different. They could be different ingredients based on like where you get them. Have you ever noticed like Kraft cheese, like all of these different products have different nutritional information based on where you buy them, like where they are in the country, what store you buy them from. So, and then also these companies are constantly changing recipes. So Kim, you had the stroke like a couple years ago, a year ago. Maybe it's different now, right? Maybe the ingredients are different. We noticed that. Even with I'm going to be posting a Flock Food, like chicken chips review. And then I watched AD Keto's and Sarah's and their ingredients were different than our ingredients. Like they were reading the back and I was like, what? That's not what we have. Like these companies are constantly batching. You know what I'm talking about? What? Gosh, you're going to hear that a lot from my mother. Yeah.
That sounds pretty fun.
Brianna said, I found Primal Kitchen avocado oil at 50% off at my grocery store. I was so excited. I would see, you can't buy that. I was like, I would buy all those up, but you can't do that. I mean, because you can't keep it forever.
Yeah, exactly.
Jen says, went to
make slaw every day.
She put an S on Aldi. Went to Aldi this morning and bought a bunch of Egg Life wraps. They have cinnamon ones. So I'm prepping them for a freezer with parchment paper. That sounds amazing. Sam Bader Series says, hello, people. Cinnamon sounds good.
Cinnamon always sounds
we were just talking about, I think Kim and I were just talking about like doing lasagna with the Egg Life wraps, like cutting them into like strips and then being able to like layer them for lasagna. That would probably be really good.
Absorb all the
and it would still give you like, I would feel like it would still give you like a texture of a noodle, like a separation, so you're not just eating a bowl of meat and cheese, you know? So that's what I'm thinking. Yeah. Kim said that's why reading the ingredients is so important. Exactly. That's why reading the ingredients is so important. Here's the thing, you guys. I never buy something without reading the ingredients. I don't know why people just assume that it's just like, oh, this one should be good.
Because it's a big packaging on the front, really pretty, and the fonts.
Now, the only time that'll get me is if I buy something over and over again and they change the ingredients. But like the very first time I buy something, I always read the ingredients.
Keto friendly. Like I trust that.
Yeah, no, I always read the ingredients. But you remember that one time that Zip is like put maltodextrin in their stuff, and we're like, wait a minute, when did that happen, right? So they subsequently changed it back. So
what did you know knowing your ingredients?
But you know, like I always when I look at something for the first time, when I buy something, I always check the ingredients. D said, I'm glad I'm not the type to worry about when things go bad. The nose knows. My husband, on the other hand, is a date stickler, but I keep telling him best before doesn't mean expired. Yeah, Richard's kind of like that too. He doesn't like to see that date pass a little bit. But
I'll still try it though.
Yeah, you've gotten better.
50-50.
Yeah, you've gotten a little better.
100% go with my nose, because I don't also. Yeah. You don't want to punish your nose as well.
Yeah. So Driven was a good morning, lovely friends.
Lord.
Hope you have a blessed day. Sending love and light to all here. Thank you so much. Tanya D said Trader Joe's has gotten into the egg wrap business. Have not tried or gotten to read the ingredients. Anyone tried it? I've seen people on Instagram try the Trader Joe's egg wraps. I just don't use egg wraps.
Back when I used to make, we had my mom growing up, used to have gallons of milk, and we put them in the freezer. So we would set in the fridge. So we never could trust the date on a milk gallon because they would always be so old. So
they froze the milk. That's crazy. I've also gotten to the point where I start writing the date that I bring things in the house on.
Did you freeze bread growing up?
I don't remember freezing bread.
We froze. And when you have lots of kids, you can let that
Mary
thing
T
last.
said just eggs, vinegar, mustard, salt, and rosemary. Maybe the keto people complained. Yeah, exactly. Maybe there was sugar. Yeah, because the Flock Foods, the older bags that we got, they were fried in soybean oil, and we were just like, But then AD Keto was reading his, and it was coconut oil, and I was like, oh, so that done changed it. Thank you.
Different.
Getting out of the crappy oil business. Brianna said I had a roommate that would label his leftovers with the date, so he knew how old they were. I agree with D. Just a sniff, and you can tell if it's okay. Yeah.
And because you should know, like, it's nothing. In my opinion, if it's like over a week. Are we really gonna eat that again?
Well, I mean, honestly, okay. So how do we feel about yogurt? Because today is 3:20, so maybe on 3:15.
I'm talking about leftovers.
Leftovers.
Specifically,
I ate some yogurt that had like the best by date of like March the 1st, and I was like, I'm about to go crazy.
Sealed.
Because
the best by date is kind of so the companies can't be liable for anything. Yes. Like, it's not saying it's bad. It's just they don't trust. The product.
Tanya said, I tend to use the crepini wraps more, not the hugest fan of the egg white wrap. Yeah.
Ooh,
I like the egg. I like the fluffy egg white wrap. They both have the same texture to me. They're like squishy. They like squish when you put them near your ear. I don't really like making a wrap with either of them, but I think a pasta would be cool. So.
I mean, it would be interesting because they might absorb or possibly just maintain, like, you know, like get twice the size.
Yeah, see, I hope that doesn't happen.
And be super spongy.
Draven West said, I tried the cauliflower wrap from Costco and they were meh. Didn't care for them. Love the egg life ones, however. Yeah, I don't really eat things in wraps anymore. So Kim said milk freezing is old school. We in there, Richard.
Old school, lots of kids school.
Yeah. Rhonda said, hello, whack fam. Autumn so intuitive. Was thinking about making lasagna with the egg wraps today too. Let us know how it goes. Prego, daughter is coming over to eat and I already bought the stuff. Enchiladas again. That sounds amazing.
I was doing enchiladas now.
Mary T said most of the dates are sell by, not expired. There is a difference. Yes, exactly.
But people
Jerry's here says good morning. Okay.
We assume now just because of reflex.
I want to
sell by equals it's gone bad.
I want to talk about the title of today's video, which is 7 days in a row.
Oh.
Which is me. This is me committing to just eat my food plan for 7 days.
7 day challenge.
And only exactly.
The 7 day
Let's go crazy. Super strict. No, so you guys, my husband made me some delicious brats and I'm about to make my chicken breast. And that is my plan to eat it this week, right?
Yay.
I can say since I've started my job, so over a month at this point, I have not gone 7 days in a row completely sticking to plan. That doesn't mean they've just been these crazy out of whack binge days, but it's like maybe a breadstick here, or maybe a piece of candy there. Maybe it's one, a handful of tortilla chips. It's just like I'm nickel and diming myself. And guess what? The scale's not doing what I want it to do, right?
It's telling you the honest truth.
Exactly. And then plus, when I eat food in that quantity, it's also not satisfying, especially
for you.
10 tortilla chips is not why would I just do that? Right.
Well,
so
tastes good.
No. So it's just and it was for no purpose. It's no special occasion. It's it's like, oh, there's tortilla chips today. Cool. I'm going to have those. Right. It's just, I'm not making it a point to stay on plan.
Exactly.
I'm not making it a point to go off plan. I'm really just
well, you also have to understand there are new factors involved.
Exactly.
The fact that you are in an office now.
Yep.
The fact that you're around people now.
Yep.
The fact that you aren't at your home base in your comfort zone.
Exactly.
So you have to put your armor on every day.
Exactly. So I have to, and I think there have been plenty of days at work where I have done very well. Most days I've done very well. But then there have also been days where I've just been like, well, I know I bought in my lunch, but there's pizza, and I am thinking about, okay, what are the ways where I can combat these situations? Exactly. What are the ways that I can arm myself?
Little sneaky life hack.
Yeah, what are the things that I can do? Because I don't wake up ever intending to go off plan or stay on plan. It's just whatever happens, right? Whereas
small
this week in particular, I am making it a point to stay on plan, right?
Yay,
I'm making it a point. And I have to focus on this just as much as because I don't have to focus on exercising anymore. it's just become part of who I am, right? And I remember where there was a time where I had to make it a point to exercise.
Exactly, where you
because
hated
I had to do it. And so I've kind of built that into who I am, but I've let loose on making it a point to stay on track. And that's what I'm doing for the next 7 days in a row, starting today.
Just feel the muscle build.
Thank you. I appreciate that so much. Like, yeah, so that is what the title of today's video is.
Awesome.
Brianna said, I used to buy the Crepinis until I bought the Egg Life wraps. I like the Egg Life wraps way better. I like those too, but I don't really, both of them are tier 3s, right? If anything, like Crepini is a tier 3 and Egg Life is a 2.5. Like, it's marginally better, but still not.
Because of the texture.
I just don't like the texture. I still find them squishy, no matter what. No matter how much I heat them. No matter how much I heat them. No matter how much I. But I don't think they'll. I don't think they'll expand that much. I just think they will act like lay there like a noodle. You know.
Okay.
Rhonda said egg wraps are wonderful as enchiladas. Tested it on several non-keto people last week and they couldn't believe it. That's what's up.
There you go. Well, if it works on enchilada, then working in lasagna.
Nice. What was that?
And an
Jeremy
enchilada.
West said Heath and Shetty made enchiladas with the Egg Life wraps and Matreya's homemade enchilada sauce. I want to do that and go to town on that sauce. Nice.
Well, of course. I think that's the key.
Dee said, I'm more careful with things like dairy because one day it'll be good and overnight it can turn on you. Yeah, exactly. Again, though, a little sniff here or smell taste there is not going to kill you. No, I feel that.
Growing up, we never had the be careful with anything. Like I remember vividly, we had like 3 or 4. My dad had about 4 or 5 gallons of milk, and we put 4 in the freezer, and we had 1 in the fridge, and then every time one in, you just set it in the sink overnight, and it would melt and go back to regular, and then you put it in the fridge, and a week later.
Dee said, sounds like it's time for you to hit up Costco for those high-low life chips. I'm dying to go to American Costco. You know what? I have not seen the high-low life chips. Do you know why? Because we don't go to the chip section. So we don't even go over there. So I wouldn't have known whether or not they have them.
We go to
Mary T said, Autumn, I have put on a couple of pounds. It's something about working. I'm also on a stay strict for a week. It's only about 3 or 4 pounds. So I'm nipping it in the bud. Yeah, that's
honestly, Mary T, I think it's working and you're just a new environment. You have to reassess because before you were perfect in your old environment. Like I said, in your house, you knew exactly what you needed. Now you're always around advertisements. Now you're around other people eating. Now you're around all the temptations.
It's a slippery slope because then it affects my home life. Because if I think to myself, well, I wasn't so strict at work, I don't have to be so strict at home.
Exactly.
You know, it's like, no.
You got to change the whole entire game plan. New game plan on the board.
Kim said, I almost went to buy brats because you and Richard, my brats are delicious. So. Jeremy West said, only 56 days into the low carb cruise. I am very excited about that. Oh, speaking of that, I am not making the shirts for the low carb cruise. And I am okay with that. Yeah, apparently they had a person that they're just going to stick with. I'm just like, you know, I'm okay, right? So, I don't know anything about those. So anything that I've told you, Jerry and Patty Van West, throw it out the window, right? So yes, I'm definitely doing KetoCon. Yeah. And so, but
just not the cruise.
Just not the cruise.
Okay. We can live with it.
Yeah, we can live with that. Yeah, exactly. Right. Because I hadn't really talked to Nisha about it a lot anyway. I was like, am I doing the shirts? But then last time I talked to her, she was like, oh yeah, it turns out they have somebody else. I was like, oh, okay, not worried about it.
It's okay. It takes one less stress off.
Jen said, I think one of your talks should be about imperfect keto and how not to dwell on poor choices, but celebrate all the good choices. It's a lifestyle, not a prison. I love that.
Snap. Talk about it, Jen.
That's what I want to talk about.
Jen, you living your best life right now, girl.
Really, because I've moved on from the what should I eat? What shouldn't I eat? What are my macros? Am I in ketosis? And I'm just on am I having a good quality of life? Am I enjoying the life that I'm living?
Much like you and Jen talk about, it's like now I think you both are in a much better headspace now than say 2 or 3 years ago. You know what I mean? Where you actually know what's going on.
Beth is here. Says good morning, Weathers and Wax fam. How to combat that? Yeah, with the squeeze of the hands.
You gotta do it. That means it's proper.
Mary T said, my exercise buddies are on a 10-day sabbatical. I have challenged myself to exercise anyway. I've never done it on my own before, so it's a huge test. Go for it.
Right?
I always work out by myself.
10-day sabbatical. I never heard of that.
Jen said, like you say, keto is your home, and you'll always return to it. Yeah. And, people ask, will you be keto forever? Like, will you transition to low carb? But when you think about it, like, I've gotten it's a really delicate balance between eating in a way that's good for your body and then eating in a way where like you just want to eat because things taste good, right? Mm-hmm. And when you're eating low carb, I feel like you're just eating because things taste good. And that's fine, but your body doesn't need carbs. It'll never need carbs in the way that it needs fat and protein. So the only reason you would transition away from eating a keto or very low, carb lifestyle is because you just want to incorporate more things that taste good, right? And that is okay. But for health reasons, now granted, if you're a bodybuilder, if you have really, really like crazy fitness goals, then yes, carbohydrates do play a role in that. But the average typical person, your body doesn't need carbs in that capacity, and it never will. Simply the human body. So when people ask about like never not eating keto, the response is like, you shouldn't want to. Like none of that stuff will ever be good for your body. So why would you ever want to incorporate it back into your daily diet?
Like it's a treat or something, but you never should be like a 3 meal
this
a day.
This is my diet now. Like when people go low carb, I hear because they want to incorporate like low carb tortillas. And like and oatmeal and stuff like that. If you're really wanting to open it back up to tons of vegetables, sure, then that's fine, right? But even then, your body doesn't need the vegetables, right? So it's just like, I don't know. I struggle with that.
You don't have to transition out of keto. It's like you can have a treat every now and then,
but
still
for the
where
most
you live.
Part, I just really think every human should be eating that way every day. Mom said at work this morning, hello, everyone. Don't you hate it when the previous shift breaks the copier and leaves it for the next shift to call the service department? God, that is tacky. Oh gosh.
Well, I mean, it's just called you ain't got 100% team.
Yeah.
You got some individuals.
Us versus them. Brian's here. This is great morning, y'all. So glad I made it before the end. Have to do a hashtag rewatch and catch you up unless you want to refresh the room. No, this is not Clubhouse. I'm not refreshing the room.
Just talked about the caboodle.
I will say exactly. You guys the whole time. Well, no. We didn't make fun. We just talked about it.
I made fun of you.
Yeah, I talked about you.
Kind of
but basically what I've talked about is that for the next 7 days in a row, I'm committing to making it a point to eat on plan. And that's what I'm telling everyone. That is what you can hold me accountable to. But I don't care if you hold me accountable because I am going to be holding me accountable. That's the most important. Right. That's just what I have to make it a point to do. Yeah. I think
that's where change is formed.
Yeah. And so that's just what I'm committing to. That's what I'm committing to doing.
That's awesome, man. Yeah. So what are you plan? Like, how are you going to combat the work stuff? You're going to put your shield? What's the shield look like?
So the shield is just
get that pizza out of the way.
So first of all, the shield is knowing what the temptations are going to be. Like tomorrow, we have more new hires starting.
Game planning.
I'm in charge of new hire training. Therefore, I was in charge of ordering the lunch. And it is Salsaritas, which is a Mexican food type place, right? Well, that's okay. So I know for a fact that tomorrow they are going to deliver some chicken and beef and guacamole and lettuce and tortilla chips and tortillas and queso. Like I know that is going to be there. Working at this place, I've had Salsaritas 3 times in the past month.
Already?
Yes.
Dang.
I
need to work at this place.
I don't need it. So
get a gift card.
I'm not even going. I know that I'm not even going to be like, well, Salsaritas does have keto options. You can just do some lettuce and ground beef. No, I'm not even going to do that. Exactly. I'm not even going to do that. I have my chicken. I have my brats, right? Like I don't need to do it at all. So that is the main thing. Now,
tomorrow's going to be a nice first test for you.
But it's Monday and I'm feeling super strong.
Exactly.
Now the issue will come if there just is something else that pops up. Like I turned the corner and there was like a plate full of cookies and I was just like, oh, didn't expect these to be here.
And who bought that?
Somebody, just a scallywag,
Bless you, Chris. And Chris with 2 S's.
I know it would be like cookies and stuff.
That's a move you do.
So that was when I was just like, oh, didn't expect those to be there. Now I didn't have one because it was on Friday and I was like, I'm not doing this, right?
You just took him, threw them at the wall.
Exactly. Who bought these?
I was like, are you okay, man?
The issue will be when things pop up that I didn't know were going to be there, but I'm already in a place where I'm thinking about, no, this will not sway me at all. I have to do these 7 days, right? So that's what I'm working on. Oh, Joe Ray said, I'll do the 7 days with you. Thank you, everyone. I want you, if you've been feeling a little wishy-washy here and there, let's commit to the 7 days together of just eating. This is not a challenge. Eating what you planned and not going off of that plan, right? committing,
but it's not a challenge.
But it's not a challenge.
For
no.
7 days though.
It should not be a challenge to eat what you intended to eat. That's not a challenge.
Fall back
That's not changing anything, right? So yes. Brian said, nice, speaking into the universe. Exactly. That's what I'm doing. So
you got to keep refreshing yourself.
Yes, Trisha's here says, awesome. Continually remind me to be committed to me. Exactly. Yes, exactly.
You got to keep refreshing. It's like a computer. You got to keep
Dee said that was fast. Sometimes. You've just been there over a month training already. That's awesome. I know, right? The girl that was mentoring me, training me, she goes, I'm really impressed with your initiative. I was like, this is what I love to do. This is literally what I wanted to do for a job.
Takeover, D.
So why would I not just like
what they need to be doing? Not nervous, right? So this one's coming.
Yeah,
okay, this one's coming.
So
and she a wrecking ball.
So I'm excited about it. Rhonda said, I love when coworkers bring junk to work. Love to tell them nope and no thanks. I don't want any. Then they reiterate, of course, are you not going to eat that either? I feel strong saying no. Yeah. I don't like doing that.
No game strong.
I keep it to myself. I'm just like, not having that.
You went to yourself.
Like I don't like, I don't announce like, like I'm not going to eat that. Like,
what if somebody asks you?
No, I just feel like, oh no, thanks. I already brought my lunch.
Oh.
But I think what's wrong. But people don't come around. See, it might be a different environment. People don't come around offering. It's like just sitting there in the break room. So it's not like, hey, Autumn, would you like one? They're just sitting there, and I have to decide whether or not to take it. Mary T says
they offer. That's a whole nother level.
That is exactly.
Because your no game ain't strong.
It really is.
Your no game ain't strong like Rhonda's.
No, my no game.
Rhonda's proud of
my no game is strong.
You like?
No, I'm just like. I just have to really say no. Like, no, thank you. Get it away from me.
No, I know, but he's one knocks it down in half.
Yeah, no, that's really true. I mean, that's willpower. Mary T said, yes, a treat every now and then is fine, as long as it's every now and then has weeks in between. Your shield is a no, thank you, but ordering Mexican is smart. If you feel weak, you are covered. Exactly. That's exactly what I did. I was like, my plan is to be like, no, I'm not going to do it. But then once again, human nature is just like, oh, just have a piece of chicken, like one of the pieces of chicken. It's okay. I can literally do that and be like, I participated. And it's still
my mental processes would be, I would have waited. Are you in charge of it all week or just?
Well, see, here's also the good thing. We only have one in-person person starting next week. And when they only have one person, Monday is the only day that's in person and the rest of it is remote. Okay. Yeah, the rest of the week would have been tricky. I would
probably say Mexican for like Wednesday.
Yeah, like I would have done Olive Garden first to get it out of the way when I'm feeling the strongest. But yeah,
you have the thing you like the most on Monday. Make Wednesday hard.
So you're right. This is also a different situation because it's only one day, and I was like, I only had to choose one, and I could have ordered Olive Garden. Right, I could have done, but I was like, no, I'm going to put the one that puts me in the best, position to succeed. So, Brian said, tap, smash, aggravate, or press the thumbs up. Mary T said, I'm in for 7 days. We can check in next Sunday. That's exactly what it is. Next Sunday check in.
From this moment forward, everyone.
Dee said, complete the 7, and then you can join the Keto in Canada on her 90 days of keto journey. Now that's a lot. I'm just going to do a 7 and a 7. I didn't know Keto in Canada was still out there. Good for her. Sam Banner said, when I first got my active watch, someone asked me who I'm challenging. I told them I was challenging myself. Exactly.
There you go. Now. Tell them, Sam.
Brianna said, once a month, we do have a delayed opening for the kids, and each department caters breakfast. It's always just carbs. I want to bring in eggs and bacon for everyone and see how people respond. Exactly.
I definitely don't think you have a problem with that.
Exactly. Bernadette's here. Says, good morning, everyone. Ooh, Mary said, I work right next door to a Timmy's. I just say no, thank you. People look at me like I'm nuts. They don't know me there, so they think I'm weird. Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, if they don't know, but everyone that I work with,
no game strong.
Everyone that I work with knows that I'm keto, so they are very nice with being like, if they're having food, they're like, hey, let's go someplace. Like, does anyone have any restrictions? And also, interestingly enough, 2 people on my team are vegetarian. So they're no stranger to dietary restrictions.
And having to adjust.
And stuff like that. So they're actually really cool about it, which is great. I just have to be the type to be like, no, I plan on eating keto today. Because remember, on my new hire training week, they were like, do you have any dietary restrictions? And I was like, no, I do not. Let's go, right? But this past week, when we went to Indianapolis, we had to get something to eat on the way back. So they're like, okay, guys, we're going to get something to eat. What are people feeling? And I said, I need to, I'm staying keto today. So we need to find a place where I can do that. And then the other girl was like, well, yeah, I'm vegetarian. So we need to find a place where I can do that. And that's where she was like, places like Qdoba usually work. And I was like, oh, that's it. I was like, yes, I can do Qdoba as well. And they were like, yeah, okay, cool. Let's go there. So they all 3 got bowls with chips, and I just got my bowl without chips, right? So
all your bowls.
all my bowls. We got our bowls.
You're bowled up.
So yeah, so it is. So yeah, like I have to do it for myself, right? And that's what it comes down to.
That's beautiful.
Okay, guys. Well, we've talked for a while. I need to get out. Yeah, thank you. We need to get out and enjoy this really sunny day.
Oh my goodness.
But join us Tuesday evening.
Yeah.
Is it Tuesday? I need to check. I think we might be going to the theater this Tuesday evening.
No, let's check the
calendar
real fast.
Y'all know my calendar is like, that's where everything lives. Yeah, it is. We're going to see Mean Girls this Tuesday.
So we gotta do it earlier.
So yeah, it'll be at 6 o'clock. Okay. Because I forgot, I'm working from home. So I can still be here at 6 o'clock. So yeah, it'll be from like 6 to 6:30. We'll be live on Tuesday evening.
Boom.
Oh, then we're going to the theater after that. So that's exciting. So yeah, okay. All right, everybody. We're so cultured. Everybody.
You're not supposed to point at yourself.
Y'all know he's tripping. Everybody, have a great day.
Of course.
And we will see you on Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern.
There we go.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.